Hi, it's Saturday, February the 20th, and this is your Saturday preview of your Sunday morning sermon. We've now entered the season of Lent, starting this past Ash Wednesday, and during this 40-day liturgical season, we take time to reflect with intention on what it means to be a follower of Christ as we seek to follow him more nearly. As a part of this season, we are beginning a sermon series called Come and Follow Me. And in this series, which we will begin tomorrow, we look at 5 important moments in the life of Christ and consider their meaning for Jesus, for his ministry, and for us. We start tomorrow looking at the baptism of Christ, a very familiar passage. So as I read it again and again, to consider what is the significance of this act that Jesus does in baptism. And one of the things, we could preach a series on the baptism of Christ, but one of the things that kept coming to me was a word that I don't much care for. And it's that word, submission. Jesus submitted himself to God by submitting himself in the waters of baptism. He submitted himself to John to be baptized, and John did not like that very much. Why? Well, I don't think that we look at submission as the way that we want to go or the way we want our leaders to go. We value being large and in charge. And Jesus says to John, I will be baptized by you. John relents. It reminds me of when Peter said, oh, no, no, no. You will never wash my feet, Jesus. But then ultimately he relents. I think there's something really deep and important here. The way of Christ, the ministry of Christ, is initiated with an act of submission. Submission to God. Submission to the way of God. I mean, not only do we not want to submit to anything other than our own way, we don't really want our heroes to do that either. And yet here is the King of Kings, the Savior of the world, submitting to God as the first act of his public ministry. It's a lot to think about, the way of Christ. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. I hope to see you then. Have a great day.